So we do have a good variety
yeah.
of restaurants
and
that
as
are
the committee chair, you really know them. I could have taken that list away from you. You don't need that in front of you. I probably need that here.
I worked hard at trying to get them. It was really important in dealing with Chef Mike, because he's gone through this before, that we reached out to chefs that could help in the mentor piece.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we wanted creativity, we wanted expertise, so it was important when we were looking at which restaurants to choose that we got the right ones on board.
Yes, absolutely. I don't think we highlighted the dinner will be held.
It will be held here,
on
April the 14th at 6 p.m. So,
and that's a great thing in and of itself to have some of these tremendous chefs from all up and down the Strand not having any concerns about it being in a location where there is another restaurant. I mean, this is obviously a center location for the city.
Right.
But it's great to see chefs, much like coming around for the March of Dimes Chefs Auction, to be here supporting the event and supporting the cause, in this instance, these Education Foundation funds.
Right.
Much like the March of Dimes. That's wonderful.
And our kitchen works well, too, because we are set up to do large volumes, that when these type of events come into place, especially this particular one, there's some finishing off that needs to happen, and we have a kitchen suitable in size to accommodate that.
That's wonderful, yeah. Speaking of that, give viewers a sense of the hotel if they've never been here before, Suzanne. We've got about 10 minutes, and of course we want to focus a little more on the folks who are receiving these dollars and why you all are doing the trio dinner. But for viewers who may have never been to the Sheraton Myrtle Beach Convention Center Hotel, what would they find if they were coming here for the first time?
Well, it's a wonderful facility. When you walk in, we have a gorgeous lobby. We just renovated the lobby. I don't know if you noticed it when you walked in.
I'm sorry, I may not have.
So we did. So we continue to maintain the nice product that we have. As I mentioned earlier, the link will go into the lobby area, which will create a nice menu in the lobby. The hotel does have 402 rooms.
Oh, I was 2 off. Forgive me. Yeah.
And we have 20 suites, which is nice and which is great for conventions because that's extremely important. The suites are going through some remodeling this year. We have some new furniture that'll be coming for them this year as well. The corridors, we just replaced the corridor carpet, so the corridors look really nice. We did go all non-smoking this year.
Is that
so the
right?
hotel
That's a big
is,
deal, yeah.
From the guest room perspective, completely non-smoking. The only place that we allow smoking right now is in the bar, and at the end of this year, we'll become a non-smoking facility.
The M-Bar here will be non-smoking by the end of the year.
By the end of the year. It is a big deal. So we will be doing that. We have wonderful beds, but we are replacing those with the new Sheraton Suite Sleeper bed this year. And we're going to change our bedding to all white. That is a Starwood initiative, so we will be moving forward with that. And we'll be serving Starbucks. We have it available here at Coffee and Cream, but we'll have it also in our guest rooms.
How exciting. We've heard it some of the mornings this week. Going strong over here in Coffee and Cream here in the morning. Different guests this morning. We kicked off the week with Gretchen Abney. Boy, they were brewing up some cappuccinos over there, hot and heavy.
Our restaurant and bar are wonderful spots to be at. Medallia serves excellent food. If you haven't been here to dine, that's right. It's very, very good. And then, obviously, we have ample amount of meeting space being attached to the convention center. We actually do oversee the catering food service on the convention center side.
Oh, good. Okay.
So we're very involved in that aspect.
Well, what is your typical day like, Suzanne, as general manager? I mean, you are really into everything there. I mean, do you check out different floors? You go into rooms? What's that like?
I do. I don't think there is a typical day as a GM.
Yeah, I bet there's not.
Every day changes. But we do, I do walk the different areas. Some days are more prominent in other areas. Where I feel my focus might need to be. Work a lot on the sales and the revenue management side too, because obviously our focus is always on, getting the revenue into the hotel.
Oh yeah, to benefit the city as well as Interstate. That's a tremendous partnership.
That's right. So we work, I work very hard from that perspective as well. But there's no typical day in the hotel business.
That's fascinating. That is tough to imagine what a typical day would be like. Surely depending on the groups that are coming to intermingle with them. And Mayor Rhodes was with us yesterday, and of course this is one of the jewels for the city. He highlighted, we were obviously talking about the Market Common and its big opening yesterday, but of course he was highlighting the Sheraton Myrtle Beach Convention Center Hotel is really a gem, and as you said, it's not a very common thing that cities will own the hotel there, but it's been a great great setup here.
Right, and it works really well. I mean, we partner very well with the convention center and the CVB in reference to, going after those large group pieces of business that use the hall and the meeting space and overflow into other hotels in this area.
That is wonderful, Suzanne. Let's get back to the trio dinner and the recipient. The dollars are being raised for, obviously, again, folks, if they were to write a check to buy tickets, that's going to either trio dinner or Myrtle Beach Area Hospitality Association?
That's correct. What we're doing is we are raising money for scholarships, the education foundations. So that's really where our focus is. It goes right to them, and to those organizations that support them, like Ori Georgetown Tech, like the Academy of Technology Academics, the ProStart programs. That's correct. So that's where the monies benefit.
Okay, so of course and the other folks on your committee, did you have a pretty active committee?
I did. We try to get almost everything donated from this aspect, and we do, and it's a lot work. Leisure Time is donated the props.
Myra, good, she's
Love
probably
Myra.
A great partner to work with.
She is. We work with her on a lot of different things.
Again, with the chef's auction, not to go back to the March of Dimes, but that was such a great event, and I know the Sheraton, the Myrtle Beach Convention Center hotels worked very hard to support that, the March of Dimes, and it's very successful chef's auctions here the last few years. Myra got real involved this past year.
Myra, she's a great leader from that aspect, so we appreciate her support. Cintas is another vendor that supports us and will actually provide everybody with a chef coat.
Okay,
the students
what are they?
Uniforms.
Oh, good. Okay.
And they'll provide the chef jackets for the culinary students that will be participating from that aspect. So we do reach out to a lot of different people to help sponsor the event.
Good, and a lot of the food will be donated. We can hear the cappuccino. Is that cappuccino over there?
It is. Would you like a latte?
They're going a latte. See all these fancy words. Starbucks really does it right. No, but we can enjoy hearing them or make one. Yeah. We just got a couple of minutes, and as you highlighted the restaurants, please take the time to go ahead and just look down. You may not know all the chefs' names, but I know they're working real hard, particularly in the mentoring position, to make sure that the college student as well as the high school student really ramps up. And will the focus be that night on, is it really focusing on the students themselves? Or
it is.
It's probably tough for the chefs who are oftentimes in the limelight to really turn the focus on the kids.
It is. The focus is on the kids, but the chefs are right there with them. They have to be. They're still learning, and they're truly their mentor for this. So we like to recognize the students and the chefs for all their hard work in putting this event together, because we couldn't do it without them.
Well, please share with us the name of these chefs, because obviously they're working hard there in the restaurant they're with. We've got a couple of minutes.
All right. Well, we have Chef Mike with the Vidalias and the Sheraton.
Mike? It's Mike something, right?
Mike Ford.
Mike Ford. Oh, good. Yeah.
And then we have Peter Gennaro from the Hilton.
Right.
Eric Mason. He's actually, I believe, the owner and the chef for the Brentwood restaurant and bar.
The Brentwood up there in Little River. Great.
Robert Booth from the Grand Dunes Ocean Club.
Oh, very nice.
Joe Sutherland from Aspen Grill.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Sean Thomas from Umi's Pacific Grill.
Sean Thomas.
Roxanne Trent from Greg Norman's.
Okay, great.
James Clark from the Marina Inn Grand Dunes.
Wonderful.
Rafael Morez from Just Off Main at the Avista. And then Mike McLaurin from Sidewheeler.
Fantastic. Now, did you have to go to each of these restaurants to dine with them to really make sure the chefs were okay before you would recruit them for the trio dinner?
No, I didn't actually, but I can tell you I have dined at most of them. And with the committee, the committee talked and gave out names, and then I sat with my chef and discussed the properties. And,
pretty selective process there,
obviously. And making sure that we were making the right move with the participating chefs.
Right, absolutely. And the Myrtle Beach Area Hospitality Association is surely working hard to find partnerships to benefit students across the board, but they're also very actively getting the word out about the industry. You feel good the industry is at a pretty solid position right now?
I do. Right. I mean, it's the most important industry, honestly, to South Carolina and very much to Myrtle Beach. So I think that they have done a good job in raising awareness, and we'll continue to see more in my mind.
Right. not too many tickets left. Now is really the time.
It is the time to buy. So if you're interested in attending, please purchase your tickets now.
Right. The cost, real quick, Suzanne.
The
I don't
cost
think I got that
is
out.
$85 per person.
Okay.
It obviously is all the food you can possibly eat,
Right.
As well as cocktails are available. And we have entertainment. Coastal University is providing the entertainment for us that night. I don't
Coastal
know.
Carolina
You know,
University.
this
No, I'm
that's
sorry.
right.
I think I missed out on that.
They
I
will
should have.
providing us the entertainment. They're jazz
Great.
groups, so we're
Yes.
excited to have them on board. And but you know, it's a great event. It's a great networking event, and it's just a wonderful food.
And it'll start at what time?
6 p.m.
Okay, 6 p. So folks
6
need to
p.
come hungry. And of course, the great thing you highlighted is so many of the food items are donated.
Right.
So if someone's writing an $85 check,
That's right.
or committing for 2 tickets for $170, they know that almost every dollar there
Is going.
straight into the foundation or into
That's-
education.
That's correct, which is the nice thing.
How exciting, Suzanne. Well, obviously your lobby's getting crowded here at 7:30
busy.
here on a Friday morning. And of
That's
course,
right.
real excited to have you in. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you very much.
Very definitely. Stay tuned to more Carolina People with the committee chair of the upcoming trio dinner, Suzanne Hinde, coming up next. Are you thinking about a career in the hospitality industry? Are you thinking about a career in the hospitality industry? Can you cut a check for $85? If you can't, can your mom, can your dad, can a loved one? Take the time. This event is for you. If you're a student at the Academy for Technology and Academics or a student at Horry Georgetown Technical College, this event 10 days from now is for you. It's a special one. They don't do it every year. The Trio Dinner, you can go online to triodinner.com, triodinner.com. You can even buy a ticket online. There's only a handful of tickets left. They only had 200. They had sold 150 10 days ago. So you got to go online now or pick up the phone, 843-626-9668. This event's for you. It's going to be here, 10 chefs, a tremendous mentoring program for high school students and college students. But the tickets are $85, so you got to get out that night, Monday, April 14th, 6 p.m. here at the Sheraton, Myrtle Beach Convention Center Hotel. You may have a chance to see Suzanne Hinde, the committee chair and general manager. Suzanne, thanks so much for being with us this morning.